Well, guys, we are back for another episode of the EMPI Insider today. And man, what a trip. Eddie, I'm just sitting here watching that kind of intro and the different stuff. And dude, how far we've come, Dre, and it's a trip, man, just to think about how much we've accomplished as a group, and as all you guys tuning in every single week, enjoying this Tuesday afternoon with us. That's what makes this possible. So kind of reflecting, man, today's going to be a blast. We got Adrian from EMPI with us today. We're going to hang out a little bit. We're going to inform you guys on a lot of cool stuff. Obviously Eddie on the engineering side, working on it, and Jesse hanging the cameras, moving them around and doing all we're doing. Hopefully you guys can hear us all well. Jose, thank you for checking in. And man, where do we get started? There's so much stuff that we want to cover this episode to try to get everything ready to rock and roll. And it's a trip. One of the first things we got the products. We want to talk about kind of what's new at EMPI, talk about the coverage we're working on, some of the new products coming out of the pipeline. Dre's going to share with us some of the kind of trends, what's going on on the product side and parts and what's happening. And we're here to cover everything that you guys want to hear about.
Yeah, man. So it's a busy time right now, right? Busier than anybody could possibly imagine, I would think.
Yeah, in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of an election. Hopefully you guys get out. We won't talk politics. We don't talk religion on here, but hopefully you guys did go out and cast your vote for whatever candidate you're hoping for. So
and then be nice to each other later on.
Yeah, be humans, be good humans. But hey, Rick, thanks for checking in. Rick Mann from Oklahoma, thanks for checking in. Brad Hale.
Oh, that's Rick Mann from Earl Mann's.
Earl Mann's,
one of my dealers. What's up, Rick?
So it's pretty cool to see everybody kind of chiming in and growing in on this whole thing, and we have a blast. So if you guys do have questions, or you have this is the perfect episode. We're getting kind of back on track. We had a pretty crazy couple of weeks, Eddie, and there's so much stuff coming up, but we had back-to-back crazy week guests that just consume a lot of time. But now we're back here to grind a bunch of stuff out with you guys and talk about parts and products and questions, comments, concerns, and everything else in between.
By the way, those are some unbelievable guests, man. I was really, really surprised. I'm sure everybody else was. I mean, I work here, and I was surprised. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was surreal sometimes. You go down there and it starts off just a concept and an idea of like, hey man, let's get Ian on here. So even one of our loyal local guys and followers that talks to the show, he sends a DM, so dude, you need to get Ian on here. And after some poking and prodding and talking, I mean, it was like, dude, I'm in. He's like, I'm coming down, and then it turns into a simple episode, which then turns into episode of the EMPI Insider, which turned into literally a show special about Ask Ian that's going to air on his TV show. It's just crazy. And then we have Magnus Walker in here. It's a guy you like, just if you're a car guy or not, you just appreciate his story of what he's what he's become, and Porsche, and it's just crazy.
Magnus was on the Joe Rogan podcast,
yeah.
So I was like, what?
Yeah,
he's coming in.
Yeah,
I got a text from my sister, and she's like, I know that guy. He's cool, and she doesn't know anything about cars.
That's the cool part of this show, and we're just having so much fun. And sometimes it gets to be work, right? And it's like, dang, man. But then you have those moments, dude, where it's like, did that just happen? Like,
that's kind of a trip.
And then we were listening to the audio, and I'll bag on myself, and Eddie's going through it, and he's like, man, you had a couple moments there where you're a little bit
you were
fanboyish.
He was. Hey, straight up, he really was. I was like, I gotta edit this. Like, I'm like, whoa, this is like the first episode where he was like a little starstruck.
Yeah, that's funny. I know.
It's just because I'm like, and there's so much stuff that we wanted to cover, right?
Right.
And we get into these shows, and we get into stories and stuff like that. It just takes time away. And you're like, but what about this? And then he's sitting there, and it's like, I've got his Hot Wheels up on the wall behind him. Like, dude, I wonder if I can get him to sign those. Like, what kind of nerd?
Too much? Is that too much? I know when he was in here, and I was taking a couple of pictures for the Instagram, and Peter's like, well, get in there, take a picture. I'm like, no. Okay, cool.
Okay, I guess.
Good, someone said it.
Yeah, so it's like,
Well, if you insist.
Yeah.
but it's been a blast, guys, and I really hope you enjoy watching some of the feeds and streams. None of that is to be boastful. It's more about just kind of sharing some of the cool shit that we get to do around here, and we're actually going to be going back to his building and collection here soon. Hopefully, we're going to work on some new projects together, and hopefully, you guys would like to see some new stuff. So, Martin checking in from Denmark. How are you? One of our partners now across the globe. Martin from JP Group in Dansk. As many of you guys know, we are now the North American master distributor for JP Dansk, and basically, if the product's sold in the last couple of years here in all the Americas and the United States, we've got it in stock now. I think we added something like 1,500 SKUs, Dre, I think it was.
Yeah, man, it's a really, really big thing that we're taking on here. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, a lot of stuff, and I'm getting emails and questions from everybody in the industry, and even a little outside of our industry because they carry so many different product lines.
Yeah.
Well, the Porsche stuff, the water cooled stuff. They have almost, not all of it, obviously, but good amount of parts, and we're getting hit up constantly every day.
Yeah.
Hey, check these numbers. When they coming in, it's gonna be big.
Yeah, and it's gonna be good for them too over there to help service a lot of the enthusiasts across the pond and everything that's going on in Europe and across that area. It's just we are able to have more support for you guys as customers and as fans and as dealers. It's really just going to be helpful. So it's a good thing going, and you'll see a lot of that stuff. So for our dealers that are watching the show and that chime in and whatnot, you'll see that on some of the sales flyer this month. And we're just starting to really roll this out a little bit, but don't be afraid to call your sales guy to give you a hand, or girl.
That's what we're there for.
Wow, it's just crazy. I just keep going on the list. Virgin Islands checking in, Whittier checking in with my auntie, sisters even checking in. It's crazy. Moose from Australia's checking in. We've got people texting already on the show. Man, a couple of things too that's been really neat to share. And a lot of you guys, as you kind of get to know me more, you know some of the stuff that we talk about on like the Class 11 and everything that we're working on, and it's turning into more than just a race car thing too. And we'll talk a little bit about that. It's like, as a group, we have a group text and everything else, but we're inviting more and more people within the hobby. Like you'll see Buggin and Andy Kimball sharing some of the stuff that we're doing, and coming here to work, building
really
the cars. Contrary to popular belief, Andy will get his hands dirty.
I saw on the
guy loves to spray paint
feed.
stuff. So, but that's the kind of stuff that we're really trying to do, and we the whole purpose of the show and kind of the master plan behind all of it is really just open the doors, open the curtain, if you will, and let you into our home and be vulnerable and be a part of kind of what we're trying to do for the future. And I wanted to touch on that because like today, we've got today's a workshop day. So as soon as we get done with this podcast, we're down in the garage working away. But I had one of those moments just reflecting on a lot of stuff over the last weekend and whatnot. But, when you show up downstairs, you got Dave Greiner, you've got Andy Kimball, you've got a gentleman by the name of Mike, who's a longshoreman, but a big bus fanatic and just wants to build and fab, and other guys in the industry stopping by, and then working with the new peoples like the Negretes and partnering with a new family that's got a lineage of 3 generations of racing. It's just been really cool to share that, and hopefully you guys enjoy some of that stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said last time I was here, I know Class 11 is kind of a small little niche thing, but I mean, the off-road racing is probably one of the only things going on right now. I mean, we weren't able to go to Fast Simons Farmington.
Yep.
Last month, and they had a really good turnout. But I mean, we're all kind of subject to the times, so we weren't able to go. Plus, you had your race right around the same day, right?
Yeah.
And we had Octo, which Octo is crazy.
Yeah, Octo, what a show that was. I mean,
I can believe that, man.
We, even having a parking pass and a spot to get in, I mean, we still waited, an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes to get inside.
Thank God I saw you in line. Drove up, There's probably another 50 cars behind Corey. I just got out, took my bike out, threw it in the back of the double cab. I just got in with them. That line was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
But it's really cool to see. I mean, you can just show it just shows that the hobby is still alive and well and thriving. And I think many people are getting cabin fever.
Oh yeah,
and wanting to get out and do something.
Everybody was so psyched just to be out and amongst the cars and their old friends and stuff. And like I told somebody else, I saw a majority of everybody kind of maintaining social distancing. A lot of people had their masks on. It was outdoors, but everybody was really cool about it. There was no complaining. It just seemed it was cool. It's a nice event.
Yeah, Eric and the guys over there did a fantastic job. People seemed to, there wasn't a negative thing. Like I said, if anything was negative, it was the time to get in, but I think people were just jonesing for an event. It was like, all right, fine, we'll do what it takes, So everybody did a damn good job on that one. And Kathy Jacobs, we do apologize that we weren't able to make Fast Time to Farmington, even being a sponsor of the event. It was really hard for us to not be able to go.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It was a really fun event last year. We were looking forward to going, but just didn't work out.
Yeah, but we'll definitely be there. It's definitely on the calendar for next year, and that brings us to another point, guys. If you do have an event, or you're a show promoter, or you just go to an event that you feel is really awesome or a great experience, or something that just makes it generally special, please send me an email, send me a DM through Instagram or Facebook or whatever to let us know about it. I mean, we've been told about some great shows in Tennessee. We've been brought about some other shows in Texas. Right now is the time. If you want us to participate in the shows, or you want us to maybe contribute to the show or something, now is the time when you have to get it in there, because once we start putting things together, it becomes too late because our schedule is already full. I mean, I have already scheduled what? I think we got 20.
Most of the year's already booked up.
Yeah, I mean it's nuts.
Something every month.
And we're double booking in some areas where we've got to send a street crew out to one and then focus on another one. So, but if you do have an event, we're always wanting to help the community. So please send me a DM directly, and we're here to help.
Bug Jam this weekend, right? Coming up.
I think next weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
Florida Bug Jam.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one.
That should be massive.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot of talk on Facebook and everything else about that. So I expect that to be really, really big.
They get all the people checking in. Ecuador. Jason Clark, thank you. Happy Tuesday. My favorite night of the week. Thanks to all you guys at EMPI. Lonnie Jacobs, what's up, man?
Big Lonnie.
Yeah. And then Darren from the Valley, Johnson Valley up there checking in.
Bull Shark Lonnie.
Yep. So even Hawaii's checking in, man. Oh, they got Hawaii's next Labor Day. That was one that I was really looking forward to. You can see the plaque from the previous year.
Yeah, we talked about
that was. I mean, I'll tell you right now. Damn you, COVID. We had a good setup scheduled out for the rest of the year, and man, it just all went down the toilet. But it was allowing us to focus on some things here, work on a lot of projects that we wanted to work on, and we're gonna be grinding it out now through the end of the year. But it should be a pretty awesome 2021. And I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing all you guys out there again.
Yeah, and then we still have Mexico.
Yes,
if everything goes right.
If everything goes well and things stay kind of in place and nothing crazy goes down, we'll be at the DKW show down there in Mexico
City,
and really looking forward to that show. We've had several of them in here, guys promoting that. Alex and Moses. And
old school.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really cool that it's a 3-day event, indoors, a lot of stuff going on, and we just can't wait down in Mexico City. So,
Billy Fegan, Rusty Bottom Garage, checking in.
What's up, Billy? Man, I've got to get my tranny stuff from that guy too.
Oh yeah.
Got to get with him. Yeah, Darren King of the Hammers is right around the corner too. So it's nuts. It's overwhelming to think about at times, especially when we're going through the schedule of events and preparation for kind of just what we're going to focus on this year. And, we don't even have a lot of the extra drag events up or have confirmed dates, from Fast Four Cartel or any other piggyback events or anything like that. We don't have it. And so when I already look at that and I go, wow, where are we going to fit some of these things into it? And we're going to do it. We're going to do it well. So
Gonna have to pick and choose. And
yeah, that's what it's going to come down to. It's just going to come down to what, what we feel is going to be best for the organization and company. So let's talk parts. You guys want to talk about parts?
so we do. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a few SKUs. You see these gyms here. We'll turn them like this a little bit. I think you get a better shot like that. There we go. You guys already know. You loved it. You seen it. The Willwood 2-piston caliper from us that we worked hand in hand with Willwood designing, developing. This beautiful piece of work. Very lightweight. These are the colors that are finally in stock and available, and they are fully in stock, red and black at this time. And additionally, we have kits, a whole bunch of kits these are already drafted up for, and part numbers are made and everything else. So we want to make sure you guys know that these are readily available and are out there and good in stock and ready to ship. We've had a ton of this questions, and I know that Dre had quite a few reserved once they came in.
Yeah, especially that red. Everyone was really excited about that red. And like Corey said, the brake kits are assembled, ready to go, packed up. We did Super Beetle. We did the Super Beetle, the Porsche 5x130 kits, and then we just did the regular. We did
the drop spindle one.
The drop spindle kit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the other.
Now, this is another good example of you guys talked about it. We listened. It took some time because building stuff like this doesn't take time. It's a very costly outlay. But if there's additional colors, we're always looking and listening, and we're talking about additional colors. So if you've got like a blue or a yellow, those are two colors that have been commonly requested, like a nice bright yellow with like a white writing on it would be cool. Also a blue, like a medium blue or something nice there.
That'd be nice.
But if you guys have a specific color or something you want to see, let us know. We'd love to hear. Again, shoot us an email, drop us a DM, whatever. We're really keeping track on this stuff. We're going to do another production run. And if there's a color that you guys want to see, we want to hear about it.
Yeah, the more requests, the better, It opens up everybody's ears here and, go see what we can do.
Barilo from Mexico checking in. Very cool. One of the things that we talk about time frames, right? It's tough how long it takes things to kind of go through the process to really ensure what the future is for us as an organization, right? We keep pounding and pounding and pounding. Hey, we're trying to do bigger, better things, better service, better product, yada, yada, yada. I mean, this gym right here has been like a tease for
a while.
Exactly 1 year.
Is it? Yeah. It's like,
Because we teased these at SEMA last
that's
year.
right. Yeah, we had them at the booth.
You guys saw a snippet of this in Hot VW's magazine from when they were on display at PRI. But this is the sheet metal valve cover. We collaborated with Moroso, and they are finally in stock. But, I mean, that just shows you that's a years-long process that it took to get these where we wanted it. Clearance for high lift rockers, even the profile changed so we can run some different aftermarket rockers and not have interference issues. Welded in bung so you can go 8 to 10, 10 to 20, whatever you want to do on your combinations. Reinforced mounting bolts, posts that are going to design to fit properly. O-ring sealed and a super thick flange too. So all laser cut and a solid billet there, and then a sheet on top. But I mean, these things are pretty. In stock now, available. But those are the type of things that just take so long to bring to fruition, right?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Well, not crazy, but I don't think most people understand how long it really takes. I mean, we have purchase orders since 2019 that haven't come in on some products. And I know people get a little frustrated. Hey, why don't you have this? But, we're all kind of subject to the times and, the way that everything is right now.
Well, I mean, to just be able to do business in a major
International.
pandemic. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys that are in business to business stuff. I mean, there's always that, oh, so and so's out right now, or we're working from home, or we're doing this, or we're doing that. So it's just added 30% longer to anything we're doing, and then on top of any other delay.
Yeah, exactly.
We're trying to do so many different things and work on a lot of key things. It just does take a little bit of time. Eric, sheet metal, you know it, man. We do have the Jack's billet one as well, made out of a solid block of billet aluminum, carved out much as the same. Just a really unique mounting design too, which is pretty awesome. Billy, I couldn't agree with you more. Stupid COVID. There's my daughter says on the regular every time she wants to go to Disneyland. Stupid COVID. But it is something that we got to deal with and get future rolling on. So, couple of things. So some people are asking us, what kind of project would you guys like us to work on if we were to work on a collaboration with Ian?
Oh,
And
right.
what kind of project would you like to see if we work on a collaboration with Magnus? I'd be really interested to kind of find out. We jokingly, and I guess we half-heartedly joked about doing a minibus with Ian, so we could do wheelies and have
He was kind of all about it, though. He was excited when.
Yeah, it's got to be something funky for Ian. I think we got to do something cool with him.
Yeah, that's kind of right up his alley.
Yep.
We'd love to have like Johnny Jalopy draw it up, so it'd be like a collaboration deal, because Johnny's the one that you guys saw on the Johnny 5, which is that little mini crew cab bus with the front motor in front of it, and that's Johnny Jalopy design. So, and he's got a really cool live stream too, so I encourage you to check it out. I was on it last night. It's pretty cool. But yeah, beach buggy with Ian. We'd love to do a Manx there or an EMPI Imp.
EMPI Imp would be.
The hard part is we don't want to get all crazy. Like if we do an Imp, we'd like to have one that's, kind of period correct and make it with the gauges, the EMPI gauges. Like do it a period correct one, but then we'd love to see something where, I don't know, man. I would love to do a Tesla powered one or something cool.
Just go wild, right?
That'd be really cool.
Because I've been watching.
No rules, just build it.
Yeah, I've been watching the build that Tim Sletton's been doing on basically a Baja Bug with a Tesla power plant. That thing's badass.
That's a lot of work.
So it's tough, man, because there's so many things you want to do. But so what's new on the sales side, Dre? Let's talk a little bit about kind of what the state is, I guess, of the economy that you feel, and kind of the trends of what's happening.
For the most part, I think sales are really, really strong, and not just with us. I mean, all of our dealers and our partners out there, everyone is doing really well. Like, I suppose that a lot of people are still at home, still working on their cars. It's got to be their outlet, because sales have been really strong all the way around. And, it's funny because there's not like, with as many products that we have, there's not like a specific thing that starts selling wild, like hotcakes, unless it's something new, like, the Willwood calipers or something like that. You get those initial spikes, but it's kind of all around. The one thing I do see a lot of, and I've talked to a lot of people, is engine building and motors. As far as people ordering motors, almost all of my engine builders are up and up big time.
Yeah.
I mean, big time. Like, they've got probably a 2 to 3 month wait on building motors right now. And it's something crazy. And, we have everything to build a motor complete, and heads are crazy right now. Engine cases, we're selling I sell probably, honestly, 10 engine cases a day, and that's just to my customers. I don't know what the other 5 guys are selling, but engine cases they fly out of here. But yeah, motors, man. Motors is where it's at. I think everybody has their car sitting there, and they're just like, I got to get something built.
Or I got these carburetors, man.
Now
I got to build something. I got to build a motor for them.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a great point. I mean, we've heard of that quite a bit, and you kind of go numb to it, I think, and you forget.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to Jason Law for Vita Paradise, and I mean, they're buried. I mean, they got a ton of work.
Yeah, Powerhouse is constantly busy. I mean, he's ordering heads from us for projects in advance, because he can't keep up. Jeff Gervais, I was talking the other day, he's loaded up on engines. It's just crazy.
That's
Everybody
cool.
knows busy, which is good. I mean, it's good for all of us. It's good for everybody.
Yeah. And, that brings it to another point, guys. When you guys are in here and you're watching the show and stuff like that, and we're getting back on that dealer spotlight series. But if there is a shop or your local repair place or where you buy your parts from, let us know. We're really looking for new content, fresh content, stuff that, can bring spotlight to it. It's got to be an MP dealer. We really prefer to have an MP dealer and showcase them wherever you are around the globe. And we'd love to have them on the show, talk about their business. We'll set up a remote session. But if you have a spot or have a shop that you guys like to go to that's an MP dealer, that's where you buy your MP parts, let us know.
Yeah. And on the other side of the coin, if you have a shop that you go to that's not an MP dealer, tell them, give us a call.
Yeah.
We're always
Adrian, look at it, already farming.
We're always
We're
happy
ready
to
go.
take on more dealers, as long as they meet the criteria to become an MP dealer. Yeah, we're happy to add on more people, get the product out there, get the parts to the people. I mean, as with anything, you can order anything online, and that's great. I love all the online businesses, but
He's quite the online shopper, guys.
sometimes you need an actual shop that you can go into and see and hold and then they can explain.
You hit the most important part, I think, of having a brick and mortar and going to support your local shops.
Absolutely.
Is be able to get the tech support or the questions answered.
Yeah.
Even though those guys are busy building motors, like we were just talking about,
Yeah,
they're
that's
going to
right.
give you the time to at least get your problem solved or help you get the right piece the first time.
And almost 80% of the time, if you go to a brick and mortar shop, an actual store or shop, they've been there for 20 years, man. They know pretty much everything, and you could, they're always willing to help as long as, you're there, not just to bug them all day, but, you're there to do business, support them. They'll support you.
Yeah.
It's really, really great. I mean, there's a lot of small shops throughout the country, and they're there to help as many people as you can. I mean, we had one of our guys. We were the show that you're working with. We had to call one of our dealers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the way. Corey's helping out with one of the
TV show
shows
called the Ride That Got Away. You'll be seeing that coming up here soon
on History Channel?
History Channel.
Yeah, and we couldn't get a part to them in time, and one of our dealers, Ed's Foreign Car Parts, hooked them up. We hooked them up in return, But again, it's a whole community. Everybody helps each other out, and
Yeah, time frames, when you're shooting a TV show,
Yeah.
the deadlines are crazy. And, travel time, just shipping something would take 3 to 5 days. We didn't have that. And we reached out to a local guy that you knew had it or potentially would have it. And it all worked out awesome. So
yeah, it's great. I mean, that's
didn't kill a filming day
exactly.
when it's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and you find that. I mean, I see a lot of things online where, someone will post, "What's this? How can I get help?" And you got 20 replies,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Moose brought up a good point. I think Moose is in Australia, if I remember correctly. And he's like, it's hard to buy knowledge online.
oh, that's for sure.
I mean, it's a great point. Yeah. I mean, while you guys are watching this stuff, here's your chance. Plug your local favorite shop. Tag them in one of our shows and episodes. Maybe we can get them online.
Yeah, that'd be
But
great.
Darren Zumston's chiming in here. Ron from Carcraft. So, I mean, you're talking about guys that have been around the block a long time. We were having some of this discussion even at lunch with Jesse and Fast Jesse and old Rick Sadler. We were talking about some of the guys that have gone through some of the shops that, the second wave of guys, not the early Johnny's guys, but tough, like that have been through GEX and different companies, such like that have, where are they now and where they go through even early DPR stuff and different things. It's been pretty interesting to kind of sit back and reflect on some of that stuff.
I know, it's crazy. I feel like I'm new to the community, and I've been doing this for 20 years. So
You started when he was 6, guys.
yeah, 6.
We should do the Guess Adrian's Age contest and winner get a sticker pack.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I mean, honestly, right? I mean, you and I would be considered young to this.
I appreciate it, young man.
I'm older than you, but I mean, we don't have the history like those, like the legends do. You know what I mean?
Or old guys like Darren have been around forever and Just stuff like that. I mean, that's the cool
it's
part.
crazy.
But yeah, if you guys get a chance while you're posting comments in here, tell us who you guys buy your parts through, or your local brick and mortar that you guys go see, or your favorite shop, or plug your own place and the state and city that you guys are in. It'd be a good chance to start laying the groundwork now for future. But we really want to see that stuff so we can share it with others and potentially get them on the show, because we're lining up the Dealer Spotlight series and getting it already.
Yeah, it's going to be another big deal. I mean, there's so many good dealers out there.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to pick and choose, and nobody get mad if you're not chosen right away.
Yeah, it does take time, especially when we have certain things we're slating and we're scheduling the show out, and we're prepping. Hey, we're gonna have this on the guest, and then literally Magnus was on a prep, like went there on a Monday, like, hey, I'll come on Tuesday. Like, oh crap, like you have no chance to even prep, promote, or anything else. So those are gotta be flexible.
Right. Yeah.
There we go. So we got Darren chiming in, Greg from Vintage Motor Cars. So we see him on the regular, so that's pretty cool. VW Factory, Ocala, Florida.
Cala.
That's cool. So you keep plugging them in. Soon, Idlewild Off-Road. Perth, Western Australia.
Oh, is he on there?
Yeah, he's on. He's
hey,
always in. He's always on.
That's Idlewild. I just talked to him a bit ago.
So, yeah. Uh-oh, somebody's already asking. Jeff H., let's see the new 11 car. You guys saw the Instagram post. The body's off the pan. Today is a prep the pan, pull the beam off, take the arms off, literally start prepping and start cutting and welding. This thing is going to go. We're going to have this thing done by the end of the year. 2 new cars done by the end of the year, simultaneously built to be ready for King of the Hammers.
It's a lot of late nights for you, buddy.
Yeah, man. It happens. Yeah. And no, I mean, it's just structure. And like I said, that's kind of what the whole purpose of, of just building that good vibe and good chemistry around a lot of this thing. Like today, I mean, we've already got Timmy's already here.
Oh, right.
Prepping the cars, pulling the body off. Del Mike should already be inside there. And, it's going to be just awesome. Just continued support from everybody to keep down there. And we want it to be infectious, man. I mean, get you down there. I know we can make them hands get a little dirty. We'll even prep you a little bit for it.
I'll be the gopher. Hey, go give me this. Go give me that. Sure, boss. Yeah, no, I do what I do. I'll move my square back in and out of there for you guys to get out of the way.
No, that thing's outside.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but a lot of people are drooling over it. So people need to see you drive that thing more often.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, one, I don't have the room, so it's being stored here. 2, I have no other excuses. I don't know why. It's actually running really, really great. Thanks to TNT Automotive in Long Beach. Nicholas, thanks. You got it running
Keeping
super
alive
tight.
and kicking.
Yeah, it's running really, really good.
Nice. We got more coming in. Danny Deacon from Pierside Parts. Dude, I would love to have Danny come in here. Danny
and Larry.
Danny's a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Larry already said he would come in.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So we're going to try to work on that one. My local place, so Jason Clark chimed in, my local place is Monk's Motors near Pontiac, Michigan. A very knowledgeable shop that would be a great fit. I've never heard of them. It's a good one. Jason, thanks for chiming in on that one. Something different. Fred Jolly, what's happening? Late night for you, sir. You think you will come back to a vintage packaging as the M2 models could be a good thing for sale? We all know that EMPI started to change its quality and such. I'm trying to read this guy so I can get through. It's a long comment, but the True Fans brand, the vintage lineup, blister packs and box. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to toys specifically, Fred, the M2 toys is kind of a set deal the way we kind of do it without spending additional cost. It's already an expensive-ish Hot Wheel the way it comes out, just the cost of them. Where Hot Wheel will do 50,000 of one piece, we will do 7,500 is kind of like the max limit that we're really putting out there. So to absorb those costs, the cost of the car has already gone up, 3 times what a Hot Wheel is. So to try to keep it fair and realistic and affordable. We try to keep that packaging down. Oh, I don't know if I showed that double bus setup, did we? You want to grab the little double stack bus combo right there? Top right-hand corner. Shelf, top right-hand corner. The double stack bus. Your other right. He goes, sorry, it's a guy that has only got one arm on him. Yeah, he took a good mountain bike tumble. No, what you got right there in your hand was perfect. That's the one. That's the double. There we go. Jason, this is a sneak peek at something new coming out. We'll try to switch that camera. Oop, there we go. So that's a new one coming out right now. Dual minibus system setup, 1/64 scale with a lift that you can take it out and do what you want. But, this is like the blister pack style. And then the other square cube one is the premium, like the Mallory bug right there. The blue one right in the middle on top of the other boxes in the back. Middle shelf. Right there, straight back. Mallory right there, right above it. The little blue one. So.
All the way in the back, right. Mallory says Mallory.
Bear with us while we still locate things. But this will give you an idea.
Sitting in the dark.
So this, Fred, is the other setup that we put out. This is the box set that you'll see like the 3-piece EMPI set in and stuff like that. But this is a little different setup. But if you'll notice, we do a lot of vintage design on the packaging, and this came out of a road and track style deal. So that's the original piece of artwork that was used to kind of inspire some of this stuff. So if you actually pay close attention to this stuff, this is the EMPI Racing jacket. This is an original artwork, and that's some of the stuff that we're trying to do with these toys and whatnot. So
that's unbelievable. What I don't know, cult following or the Hot Wheels. I mean, the toys, the Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, I've always seen people with their VW toy collection, but now that you've unfortunately infected me with paying attention to this kind of crap.
It is pretty funny because since I started here, I now have watched your little. I think you had like 3. You had like a Gia, you had like Type 3 Gia, and of course you had a square back in this cube. And now that's like there's just freaking Hot Wheels everywhere.
I'm on Amazon looking at stuff. I'm like, oh no, what has Corey done? This is the worst.
It becomes like a little obsession. You start to hunt for things, and it's for me, it's getting bad. So I'm running out.
You've got a full blown problem, but
I enjoy it. It's I call it my 401k.
Yeah.
So it'll help itself in the future, but yeah, Fred, I hope that answers your questions. When it comes to the toys, I'll let you in a little secret. I am trying to do a special release for SEMA next year that I would like to do. If I do that, it will have a special packaging, but we'll see how that goes. It just comes down to dollars and cents. I mean, that's really what it is just money. What can we eat and what can we pass on?
What a bummer about SEMA and PRI.
It feels weird.
I know.
I mean, I was like, Halloween, trick-or-treating with my kid. Like,
shouldn't we be there?
Yeah. I'm like, normally I'm in Vegas, like preparing and getting ready for this thing. So it's a good break, man. It really is a good little break.
As much as we burnt the candle pretty hard last year. So this year, maybe it was a bit of a blessing to kind of recharge, regroup, But, it's all right. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Next year might be crazy, though.
Next year's going to be nuts, dude. I already know
it.
There's no way around it with everything that's going slated for what we're doing here, not including the acquisitions, not including the travel. I mean, it's going to get to a point where we're going. Plus, you got European Bug-In. You've got Hessisch Ollendorf. I mean, there's 2 weeks right there. We'll be in Europe just supporting the European customers and checking out everything over there. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane.
Oh, yeah, I know. Did just tell your family See you in 2022.
I'll just rock and roll, man. Do what we got to do. Couple more things, man. What else we got cooking, Dre?
As far as parts, one thing that's gotten really, really popular right now is we have the brake kits for the later buses.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and those have been really, really popular, and a lot of guys that have installed them say they go together really easily, really well. They really, really like them. A lot of the bus guys I use they love that late kit. I mean, it's just very, very simple.
Yeah, we're gonna put one on the double.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and that'll be a good video to put up. Show everybody how easy it was and how good it breaks. But I mean, it's those odd little things, that all of a sudden one guy gets. Then I guess probably word of mouth goes around. Hey, I put this on my bus, or somebody posts something. Then all of a sudden, instead of selling one brake kit a week, I'm selling 5.
Yeah,
it's weird, but yeah, man, that's been really cool, really popular. A lot of guys like them. Man, what else has really been popping lately? So much. I mean, I get these orders. I get an order with probably 200 lines on it. So it's after a while, it's just white noise. You can't really look at every single thing. But no, man. I mean, business is great. That's all I got to say. Things are really good. Everyone loves the new product. They really do. They like the new packaging, by the way.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, the new skin cards. Everyone really likes them. They like the old school feel of it. It looks cleaner. Everyone really likes that.
Except for Fred Jolly, probably, because he's a vintage purist with a beautiful collection.
Yeah, and I tell people you have more packaging stuff on the way, right?
Yeah.
The heads. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
I mean, let people the biggest thing that we really want to do, and just some of the vision that I'm kind of put into where we want to go as a group, is not forget where we came from, right? We came from, beautiful creations and the inch pincher and everything else, but we're moving into a new direction, and just a new era of the company. So a little old school flavor and kind of paying homage to our roots, but really driving forward with where we want to go with it and the technology and the quality, and break that stigma somewhat.
Yeah, still respecting and remembering.
Yeah,
the
heck
past.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those things.
Alex is chiming in from
Alex,
Mexico.
what's up? See you in a month.
You counting down to the XCI? Man, we're getting close.
Right?
Shit. Darn. That's sometimes.
Sometimes this job. What are you gonna do?
What are we gonna do for? Oh, we need to film a little thing for Alex, right? We got to do a little checking into the show.
Got to get Jesse over here, get you a nice video, get you some good lighting.
Yep.
Work on your Spanish. You've been working on your Spanish?
I have been working on my Spanish.
Eddie?
Tell them what you've learned.
Not.
Tell them what you've learned.
No. So the thing is that, we try to be a team organization and a group here amongst the marketing team, and there's that black sheep. Exactly. And he's not teaching me the best stuff, come to find out.
Yeah, I don't know that I would trust that guy.
So, those of you guys that have seen our dear friend Icy around, we definitely gonna own one. But yeah, I am working on it. You guys know I'm trying to
show him a little something.
No, not really.
Come on, remember, you and I, we're going to be in Mexico, and I'm not going to hold your hand the whole goddamn
By
time.
the window.
Who did?
Ice.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to get out there and
You're gonna have to.
No. I got Google Translate on point right now. I got Fast App ready to go, talking to my watch, speaking for me. We'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
All they keep saying is bring a lot of Pepto-Bismol. That's all he keeps saying here. Come on, Alex. No.
Baño.
Yeah. Yeah. My backpack's be full of baby wipes or something. What's going on here? Dude, it's not supposed to be that bad, man. Come on.
Donde es el
El
baño?
baño.
Very simple.
Yeah, we told you, don't try to spice us or spike us with any kind of crazy food. No sesos, no nothing. I'm not.
Whoa. You know about the Celsius? All right.
Come on.
All right.
I've been reading, man. We're ready.
All right, amigo.
Tacos.
But
Cerveza.
But no, man, it's. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to the show, though. I really am. I think it's going to be something to remember. I mean, everything that we've heard about it, everything that we've seen about it, we know that like Neil's have been down there and Hot VW's has been there, so it's gonna be cool for us to go down there and support our dealers south of the border.
Yeah, and if everything goes right, we'll be broadcasting
Yeah,
EMPI Insider from the show.
yes, that is correct. Alex is working with us to set up and do a remote episode
Live from Mexico City.
live from Mexico City with the EMPI Insider, and we're gonna do it. We'll hopefully do it at least once each day if everything goes well, depending on time and setup. But we're trying to work, so we're not going to bring all the gear we have from the studio here, but we're going to do our best to bring it to you with a couple of small cameras, or at least one of the small cameras, and a little, some mics and whatnot. But we're going to do our best, and we'll try to do some interviews with some of the people down there. Dre's going to work on the translation for us and help us out a lot.
I better work on my Spanish.
Yeah,
It's not the best. But it's better than yours, so I'm already a step ahead.
but it should be a good time. And Alex is already talking about tacos at Pastor.
There you go.
And he's ready to rock and roll. But I think it's going to be really good. And I think it's important that we share time and talk to our dealers down south and figure out what we can do to support them. And it's not just that they're on their own thing. We want to make sure we include them on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be tons of fun. I know a lot of those guys are already excited. The few meetings we've had and the few meetings we've talked to.
Oh, yeah.
People are really
They're
excited.
pumped, man.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great.
They're pumped up for that. Jesse, one last thing. The 2 keychains up there, 2 car parts. We'll talk about those real quick. Yep. We'll use that too. Oh, yeah. That's it. Thank you, sir. I keep forgetting. We just keep adding more and more new stuff. So a lot of you guys have asked about these. The nice keychains. So we'll try to pinch it like this. We're at Dre's face. But yeah, these are some of the new keychains. Project Therapy designed. And now we are just master distributor for them across for the next little bit here. But the 48 carburetor.
Corey just became a hand model.
Yeah. Have you seen these things? And then the BRM, so very cool to see. Really good construction, very cool. These are in stock and ready to go. Part numbers are on the website, pictures on the website. I just brought those 2 just to display and check them out, but we do have the centerline wheel and the Fuchs wheel to go along with it. So been waiting for those for a little bit.
Nice little goodies.
Yeah, they're really cool. Oh, I want to know, you listeners, if you what other type of swag or cool little promotional items would you guys like to see offered in the catalog? We've talked about we're bringing pins back. We got obviously plenty of stickers. We got some new hat designs. We talked about maybe like a Dickies crew shirt that's like silk screened. But this is your chance to obviously tell us what you guys are really wanting. We did a little wallet run last year, real limited production run for a European bug-in. But we really want to know. These are some of the major questions that we have to do it now so that it's prepared for 2021. So if you guys have any ideas on that kind of stuff that you would like to see, let us know. We'd love to hear it because always looking for new, fresh ideas, or we already have the idea, but we'd like some validation to it, I think is key. So it's like, do we want to spend X amount of dollars on this? So, yes, Darren, yes, fat guy stuff. Duh, we got you. We're running shirts to 3 and 4 now, bud. Why do you switch the camera now? All of a sudden, it's Andre. Now you go back to me. But no, man, that's something that's a great point. Obviously making sure we have sizing for everybody's key and crucial. So, antenna balls. Yes, I wish. That's probably my number one requested item. The cost to do those is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Just because of the toxic materials. I mean, there's very few people doing them with the old school style vibe, with this traditional styrene,
Man, we used to just give those away like
by
bags
the
of
buckets.
hundreds.
And now
We used to just
they're bringing money.
We'd take them to the shows, and we'd have a bag, right, with like hundreds of them in it. We just all day, just give them out, toss them, throw them. Kids were kicking them down at the show and just playing with them. And now, I don't
My
even
last
think
one
I
got
have one
stolen
anymore.
off my car.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Eric, cookie cutter wheels, man. If we could get enough responses, I know Eric's being selfish though about it because he wants to put them on his mini trucks. He don't want to put them on a VW. He just want to put them on his Mazda B2000s and Nissan hard bodies.
Yeah, I had a call the other day. Hey, do you have the Fuchs in a Toyota pattern? I'm like, no, bro. No, but I'm sure you can find an adapter somewhere.
Exactly. Darren, we've already got koozies, man. Neck gaiters, of course. The neck gator from from Australia wants that, but neck gator would be on point, and fat guys rule. All right, I like
You
this.
found your crowd.
Yes, this is awesome. Unite. We're gonna come up with a handshake or something cool, but yeah, these are the things that we want to hear. I mean, it really is because we've talked about producing some new masks. Obviously, it's going to be the way of the future for the bit.
Yeah, for the time.
Unfortunately, and then we talked about the stretchy face guard all over prints, but that may not be always it. I'll bring back Pogs. Yes, bring an EMPI Slammer, dude. Bam.
I'm kind of down with that. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I think I'm too old for that. I think I missed that one.
What would have been your hair? Let's see, you're 46.
Jeez, you missed that?
Yeah, man. I'm oldie stuff.
Anybody want to guess how old Adrian is? Yeah, he forgot the just. He did forget the just for men this week, so it's a little. It's not on point.
Yeah. When that gray starts coming into your beard, you're like, uh-oh, what happened?
Darren, I'm telling you, brother, you've been talking about this stuff nonstop, and I'm really hoping that you come through for us because we're going to be out of King of the Hammers for I think about 5 or 6 days.
You just write tri-tip.
He did just write tri-tip at 2021 King of the Hammers, and he gets down on the grill.
Nice.
I've seen some of the Facebook posts, so I don't eat. Mine's got to be dead though. I don't eat no pink. Just saying. Other than that, guys, I mean, we really don't have a lot, but this is the stuff that we love. We love the interaction. We love chit-chatting with you guys and getting the feedback and, just we appreciate it. I mean, we really do. I do. I know Adrian does. That's why we bring Adrian in here to talk about it. We love to get the feedback. We love to share with really some of the things that we're doing as a company and our organization. If you ever want more or want to fulfill something, or maybe you have a question that we don't address, please ask. I'll do my best to answer it, truthfully, obviously, and as best that won't get me fired. Should be a touchy subject. So,
And as always, if you guys ever have questions about parts or anything, go ahead. Feel free to give us a call. If it's a technical question, we'll send you over to one of our technical advisors. We're always here to help. Anything you need, EMPI related, Volkswagen related,
yes,
try and do everything we can to help everybody out.
that's it. I mean, even if you don't have an EMPI dealer account and you have an EMPI question and you're not able to get the answer you need at your local stock, please call us. I mean, we're here to help. 714-446-9606.
Oh, and you know what? Here's again, I always like to point this out because I get a lot of people that call.
Yeah, we got
they're
a few
like,
minutes.
hey, I don't know who to call to order my parts. If you go to the EMPI website, empus.com,
Yep.
there is a dealer locator on there. It's very simple. It's at the top of the page. Just click it. Drop down comes with the map. Type in your city, state. Boom. It'll show you everyone within a 100-mile radius, right?
Yes.
And it's very helpful. I mean, when people call me and ask me where my local dealer is, I go to that and I look because it's so easy and so convenient. So everybody who's out there, if you don't know who your local EMPI dealer is or you're trying to find another one, just go on the website, empus.com, click on the dealer locator. It's very simple, very easy, and it'll give you everybody within 100 miles of the city that you put. It's great. It really helps.
Yeah. And then I always, if you're going to check, I'd call them if you're going to go visit.
Absolutely, yeah. Phone numbers
Just to
on
make
there.
sure phone numbers on there,
Address.
details are on there,
Yep.
and just make sure you reach out to them before you go driving across the,
Yeah,
a
100
track.
miles.
Exactly. You brought up a great point, and we do encourage you to just go to the website, check out the EMPI website on the regular. We're constantly working on it. It is a work in progress. I feel that it's leaps and bounds of what we used to have, but it's nowhere near done from what we're going to be working on. And as we grow as an organization internally, just by infrastructure and how we operate, that's also going to essentially move through waves out to you guys, and we'll be outlet on the website. So a lot of that stuff transpires through that. So always keep working.
Always working. Always, and it's always updating. It's always changing.
Adrian's age 34. What do I get? What do I win if I'm right? Michelle. Yeah, you get your sticker pack. No problem.
But you're way off.
But you're way off. Adrian wishes he was 34.
I can't even remember 30.
Yeah, burnt ends for me, Darren. That's fine. Slather them with some barbecue. And next time you're down, Darren, we'll go over to Blake's and we'll have some fun.
Maybe I'll just come back from lunch.
Yeah.
I'm already hungry.
Stay tuned tonight. We're going to be doing some work in the shop, tinkering on the new Class 11 builds. I did pick up my personal Kings from big shout out to King Shocks for setting us up. Bam. They really built us some pretty badass shocks for the little Herbie, man. I mean, 15-inch finned reservoirs. That's stuff that's on like a trophy truck damn near. I mean, they're monster. The damn reservoir is more and bigger than the stroke of the shock itself, so it's pretty crazy. But yeah, guys, we're just super stoked on a lot of stuff happening. That's the last little thing. I find this cool, right? So PRI magazine, Performance Racing Industry magazine. You guys know SEMA owns them as well. It's all part of the same organization. Same type of show. PRI show is strictly racing oriented. In Indy, I mean, what better place to have a racing inspired show? But they do a fantastic magazine, and this thing is 266 pages. Very cool though. This is the issue just dropped. Was unaware that it was going to go to print, but if you thumb through over to page 110, even the Class 11 got some love there on PRI. So let's go right there. Pretty cool. Only Volkswagen in the magazine, so it's kind of cool. And it's just having fun, man. It's really just putting, I think, EMPI back on the map about what we're trying to do and trying to accomplish here as an organization. And it's infectious, right?
It's putting air-cooled stuff back in the map.
That's it. Right? It's not just about the off-road stuff, guys. Yeah. I mean, and that's the stuff that we always want to stress. The stress and the build and the process of that was to test what people perceived as Chinese-made parts in a lot of realms. We had to show that they were quality. These are off-the-shelf ball joints, tie rods, tie rod ends, brake shoes, hardwares, reservoir, master cylinders, CVs, axles. The list goes on and on and on that's off the shelf, and we're going out and beating the living shit out of these cars, flipping them, rolling them, jumping them, launching them, smashing them, and they're still rolling. And
that's all just Corey.
I hate you. But yeah, I mean, that's really what it's about. It was just to show the durability, that the perception isn't always reality. You know, people want to talk and say what they want, but we're really trying to prove and show it. So, it just so happened that because of COVID, off-road just happened to be the main spotlight because you're socially distanced when you're out in yourself and you're in the desert. That it just worked out perfect. And we really hope you guys enjoy not only just following the racing along, but just seeing that we're using what we're testing. I mean, here, I used the EMPI lowered ball joints on the front of my car to race with. Same thing Wilkie's running. Same thing the Sletton brothers are running. It works. Same thing many other people are running.
If it's going to work on that off-road drive, it's definitely going to work the 2 or 3 times a month that you drive your car.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're daily driving your stuff, it just shows that we're focused on a better product and the way of the future, and we're excited to share it with you guys. And I'm excited to share it with you guys every single Tuesday at 3:00. So with that being said, hope you guys liked it, enjoyed us rambling along for about an hour and having a good time. Awesome interaction with all you guys. I really look forward to seeing you guys back when the show stuff's coming around. When if you're in town, give me a ring, and we will do our best to give you guys a tour of the EMPI facility, the workshop, the machine shop, and, of course, the race shop. With that being said, Dre, awesome. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us for an hour.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll catch you guys next week. Dealer Spotlight then. With that being said, thank you. We'll check you next week. See ya.